What is up, guys? Today we're back with another video. The last video did okay. It was probably like my best video. Well, what it did so far, which was the coding with Carly. I'm glad you guys like that one. Today we're gonna attempt to restore my fog lights. So the fog lights on the car currently has a lot of stone chips and things. The car has 106,000 miles on it, which is about 171,000 kilometers. And the fog lamps was never replaced. They're still the original fog lamps, and they are a bit bruised and battered. So we're going to attempt to fix them up. I hope they are not glass. They feel like plastic, so I'm hoping they are plastic. I'm just going to use basic tools that I have here at home to restore it. I'm not a professional headlight restorer or car polisher. I'm not, so bear with me. I'm going to try it, and if it works, great. If it doesn't, you will know not to do it. So let's try on the next, and then we can just we can just like find out what to do next in the next video. But for now, let's restore the fog lamps. And hopefully, also my hands is absolutely disgusting. I can't get this stuff off. It's some sort of adhesive, so please be with me that my hands looks disgusting, but hopefully I can get it clean soon. But yeah, let's get up into the video. So the headlight, it's pretty bad actually. Yeah, as you can see, the LEDs that we did in the previous video, if you want to watch that, pretty cool video. But yeah, the fog lamps are pretty bad. They feel like plastic, so I'm gonna have a attempt at restoring them. This one is just as bad. I don't know if you can see it, but it's pretty bad. So have a look and see if we can actually attempt and restore them. So yeah, let's get the tools we're gonna need for this operation. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to remove the cover. Here is a screw here, which is a T10 Torx, and we should get the cover off by then. Ratchet kit. Take out T20 and the extension, and that should take this out. No problem. Nice. So just to protect the car itself, we're gonna just lay down a cloth here. Try to make it as snug as possible, just to avoid the sand getting onto the light itself. Onto the body. So this is my setup. It's not the right setup, but definitely the smaller one would be perfect for this. But I'm just gonna send it and see what happens. Let's do it. Absolutely horrible. This is not gonna work. Let me just try. It might work, but it's gonna be so difficult. Yeah, I'm gonna just go old school and sand it down by hand, because that's never gonna work. So this was a complete fail. Basically looks the same. I have no clue on what I'm doing, so let's see what else we can do for the day, because this is just not gonna work. These need to be replaced. There's no fixing them. Yeah, we'll get them replaced soon. I'm not even going to lie anymore. That was a complete fail. I'm not even going to attempt anymore to try any further. Have a look at this. I did absolutely nothing. It came out worse. I didn't know it was glass. Number one, my tools is incorrect for the task in the first place, but you know, thought I could do anything. Turns out I can't. I'm just going to do like a let's do a front end, like how I changed my front end to the small things that I did on it, and basically what I want to still do to the front. Yeah, so all the little things, the lights and the things, I'll speak to you about it now, and just all the things that you want to do, just for to make your front end look aggressive for cheap, basically, before you get into like the more like specific fit Mark 5 things. So let's hop into it. So let's just go over the small things that I did. So let's start by that yellow tint in the high beams reflecting, which is LED H7s as my high beams. I also changed my fog lamps to LEDs. I debadged the car so it doesn't have the GTI badge here, but I still have this part, but I took these two out. I took a blade and I cut them out, so but I'll definitely have to do that eventually. I'm definitely looking to install my magnetic kit soon for the plate, but yeah, so that's for now. Spray the badge black, and my favorite, which has to be my best mod on the front, which is the Cupra lip. It's a universal lip, like usually is done on polos and things like that, but I made it fit on my Mark 5 and very happy with it actually. And the most important thing, making sure that you only have one license disc on your window, because I hate it when I see people have literally 20,000 license discs on their window. Like, take the rest off, get you the one where you don't have to put the sticker on. Like, just get that sorted. Like, one disc is so much cleaner than having 1,000 discs and the police actually have to look which is your most recent disc. Like, just get it done and have one disc. Like honestly, like, it's so easy to do. And yeah, so after that's basically all the things that you can see. But one thing that I have done on the car, let me just turn my lights on, and that is code my indicators to be on with my park lights, and that has to be like my favorite mod. When the car is driving, the car looks so good. I mean, the lights is as clear as it can be, so it looks literally so nice. And when it's not on, the yellow reflector in the high beams housing is yellow, so that also looks really sick. So on or off, they both look really good. Really happy with that. So that's basically all I did so far to the front end. Future mods that I would like to do to it, definitely replace the front badge as it's a bit damaged. As you can see there, it's almost like it's corroded or some rust. I don't know how to say whatever that is, but I sprayed over it with black. But I definitely want to have that replaced. The magnetic plate kit I want to install soon. I'm pretty happy with how the front end is looking. Obviously, eventually, if I get to the point where I can actually upgrade the headlights to the xenons, I would like to do that. Also retrofit, if it's possible, the headlight washers. And my thing for the edition 30 or the Voltex lip, I think that would also be something I would want to get eventually. So because the Cupra lip is like just for now, you know, but it definitely gives you a nice look in the front, makes the car look actually much lower than it actually is. So yeah, that is basically all the things that I did to my front end, just to make it look a bit more aggressive, lower to the ground. And actually, like, it really looks, I'm happy with how it looks at the moment. Going down the road, like when you watch your own car being driven by, you know, my dad drives it, and then I drove my sister's car once, and just the way it looks on the road, like, it looks nice and aggressive. So you definitely want to see that. So yeah, so that's how I made my front end go from what it was to how it is now. Really happy with it. Sorry, that was a call. And yeah, so there's not much done to the car at the moment. Eventually I'll do things with the car when I have a little bit more money. The car runs really well, but it does require a camshaft adjustment sensor, as well as recently it threw up a code, oil pressure stop immediately. So that's obviously bad. So either my oil pump, I'm really hoping it's not the oil pump, but it can also just be the oil pressure sensor, which I'm hoping it is. So like if that is that will be really good. The car drove exactly the same. Please let me know if there is symptoms when the oil pump goes bad. But the car drove literally the same. I drove quite far actually. I drove probably like 100 kilometers yesterday. Yeah, it was a back and forth kind of day. So I drove the car quite a lot yesterday, and then eventually that came up, and I'm not really happy why it did come up. So if you guys can actually tell me if it is my oil pump, because the car itself didn't feel any different. The car felt exactly the same. The car felt basically the same, like perfect. The car actually, I even raced someone yesterday, so the car drove well. The car was really good. I definitely need to get myself a GoPro or cam that goes on the dash, because I've literally raced 3 people yesterday. It's important that I can document those. It's definitely something you want to see. Like, I'm surprised how powerful the mk5 is, GTI, and this thing is completely stock. Like, it's not the fastest car on the road, definitely not, but it definitely puts up a fight. Yesterday I raced the FN2 Honda. He had an exhaust on, and I'm not sure if he even had a tune on anything. It was a very nice one. He had a Mugen spoiler on. It looked like work wheels on. So the car looked really nice exhaust also. He was pulling, I was pulling, and we basically couldn't get away. So that was really good. Obviously manual versus DSG, but definitely I felt like he had definitely something done to his car, but we were like neck and neck. Like literally he was in front, I was in the back. No difference. But so I'm just happy the car is running the same. Um, the car is running the same. There isn't really different in the way it idles, the way it, pulls or anything. The car drives exactly the same. So if it is the oil pump shows symptoms. What are those symptoms that the oil pump does do? But yeah, so I'm really happy with the car at the moment. My next thing in the future, I don't know when it's gonna happen. It should happen real soon. Is me getting my tires done, my rims done, having them refurbished. Yeah, so hopefully that will come soon, because I definitely want to do that. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was a complete fail of a video, but yeah, it was fun, So I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay safe. Peace.